Okay. All right. Well, welcome to Casual Conversations. For those of you that are tuning in with us today, we are going to be talking to, I just say Queen J, or with Beautiful Beauties of Tomorrow. She's the founder of this amazing organization. I'm excited to just share with you all, really to share her with you all as she shares about what her and her team are doing and how you can be a part of just the organization, how you can contribute, the different ways that you can contribute. So welcome to Casual Conversations. We're glad. Thank you for just being willing to come on and just kind of talk about what you all are doing with Beautiful Beauties of Tomorrow. So let's just start with telling us a little bit about the organization. How did you come up with the name Beautiful Beauties of Tomorrow? Mhm. Right.
Just that amazing in my life. And I am just so amazing. And I'm just so grateful to God that He gave me that opportunity to encounter with her and find her. And she was in my life through all that whole time. And of course, as a young teenager, you want to feel that you have that support system. And that was just something in my life that I said, I just cherished. Even now at the age of 36, I still thank her for being so amazing in my life. You know what? And I realized that it was not just what Jenya did, but I was a part of a youth group, my youth ministry, Miami Deliverance Church, Tabernacle was my youth group at that time. And I called them my Fantastic Fives.
Okay.
Lewis, Sherry Ann Lewis, George Desir, and Jenya was also part of that Fantastic Five. And those individuals were amazing in my life. They believed in me. Listen, when I say they believed in me more than I believed in myself, they pushed me to my greatness. I mean, I led groups. I was leaders over ministries at a young age, 12, 13 years old, running ministries because they seen something in me that I did not see in myself. And I am so grateful for my Fantastic Fives that knew that they seen something that in Queen J that was going to be a blessing to the other children that were in the ministry. So, Jenya was part of that Fantastic Five, but she just stood out because it was not just in ministry, it was outside of ministry where she would pick me up every day after school to making sure that I was not following the wrong crowd. I wasn't doing anything that was outside of the will of God. So I am just so grateful that passion started from that time, that I knew that I wanted to be someone like Jenya or better to someone like that was me at that time. So fast forwarding, going forward, I was working at a doctor's office after I graduated high school. Well, I was a senior in high school, and I was working at a doctor's office. I was there for about 10 to 12 years. And there was a lady that, there was a patient of ours. She used to come with her daughter all the time. And her daughter looked at me and we had, casual conversations. And one day she walked in there, she was like, Jacqueline, what are you doing? Why do you have all your visions on a paper and not activating it? And I looked at her and I know she's seen the fear in my face. Like, listen, I don't know what I'm going to do. I know I want to do this, but I don't know how to do it. And she said, you need to activate what you have on that paper. You have everything it takes to run that organization. And let me tell you, no lie, I got up. I didn't know nothing about organizations. I didn't know anything about nonprofits. I didn't know how to run a real business because I was working a 9 to 5. I don't know anything. And I just went ahead. I Googled it. I seen that what I need to do. I incorporated the business with Florida. I got my EIN number, and guess what? I called my best friend. I said, guess what I just did? I just incorporated the nonprofit. She was like, what? I was just thinking about something like that. I said, you know what? It was divine. And I picked up, and from that day on, I just trust God that he was going to use me as a vessel to be a blessing to this world. So, and you asked me about the name. Oh, girl, don't get me started. Listen. Don't get me. Okay, so people look at the name, and if you look at it, it looks repetitive. It's Beautiful Beauties of Tomorrow Mentorship Program. So it's so funny because recently God dropped this in my spirit. Our new tagline is being beautiful is the new you. Ooh. So, hey, listen, what we are created, I am a God-fearing woman by nature. And God is what rules my life. And I understand that we are created by God, and God makes nothing but beautiful creation.
Yes.
What we teach our girls at beauty true beauty comes from the inside. So our goal in this organization is to teach our girls that you need to be beautiful, not only on the outside, but on the inside. So what people don't realize is that a lot of us, like me, I was ugly on the inside. People don't know that I was a single woman, that I had so much anger and frustration about my childhood where I began to look ugly, even me being beautiful. And I had to realize that, hey, everyone do not know how to make that inside pretty. And that is our ultimate goal, is teaching our girls that you got to be beautiful on the inside and the outside. So being you is the new beautiful. Come on, boo. Let's be beautiful.
I like that. That sounds like a great t-shirt too. I hope y'all got a t-shirt.
Y'all look
Keep me posted. I think that's awesome because you touched on something about, in society, like it's tough. It's tough I'm wondering, how do you do that? How do you teach young girls that to value their beauty on the inside versus beauty on the outside? Because society would have you think that it's beauty on the outside that matters the most. There's a lot of emphasis on, there's nothing wrong with, making sure that you look good on the inside or on the outside, but we put a lot of focus and emphasis and energy towards how we look on the outside, and we neglect what's happening on the inside. So how does the organization really get after that with the young girls and teaching them to value beauty on the inside first and then beauty on the outside?
Well, one of the number one things we do is try to be very transparent. I'm very real of my life, what happened, what has gone. And I try to make sure that we have mentors and people that are in the organization that are willing to do the same, because it's so much easier to connect when you're hearing a real story and not just, hey, you should do this, but this is what happened to me and why I was so ugly and why I was so nasty on the inside. It's easier to relate than to hear somebody say, hey, you should be beautiful. You should do this. You should do that. But I'm telling you what happened to me. I'm telling you how it happened to me, and kind of hearing it from different women that are giving their real life stories kind of make a young girl feel like, you know what? I probably could be beautiful. I probably need to get myself together. So we try to use real life stories, real life situations, and being very transparent with our young girls of why it's important to have that beauty on the inside first, then focusing on the beauty on the outside.
Okay. So why girls? Why not got boys and girls?
I get that a lot. I get that a lot. But it's just to be honest, it's my personal life. It's pretty much me. The organization is me. It's because of me. I was the only girl in the house with 3 boys, my brothers. And I kind of realized how I was, even though I was the only girl in the house, I was more needy than the 3 boys. Like I literally had all their needs plus mine together. And I feel like men, we kind of need a little more. Not to say that men don't need. Now, don't quote me wrong. Not to say that men don't need, but I feel like women, we need a little more cushion, a little more caressing, a little more compassion. And I feel like if we can do that, and our organization can, paint our picture, a little picture in the world, and help the girls that we mentor and show them and give them and color them, give them that love, that extra love, being that outside parent, outside of their parent, I think our society would be amazing if every organization partner up and kind of do the same thing and trying to give our girls a little bit of love. Because I know, so I always tell, I'm a social worker by profession. And I always tell, they always laugh at me at work because I always say, if that child had a little bit more love, they would not do those things. And I really believe it. Love kind of change things. If you love someone and you show them that you care about them, they tend to kind of, get themselves together. Just like Junior. Junior kind of did not go out her way. All she did was give love. She showed me love in different ways, not just verbally that I love you, but her actions showed me that she loved her. And let me tell you, my goal was like not to disappoint Junior. I was not disappointing her. Besides, of course, not disappointing my mother, I was not letting her down. So I think showing love to someone kind of makes them feel a little more encouraged to do the right thing.
Gotcha. I agree. It's funny that you talk when you were talking about kind of like your backstory. You talked about like just church, like the youth group that you're a part of and how that played such an instrumental part. And it made me think about, just my growing up and the relationship that I developed with my youth pastor and his wife, who are actually still in my life even now. Like I talk to them now and their kids are like my sisters. And so I think that that's a really important, mentorship is great. But having those, I love that you said your what did you call it? Your Fantastic Five. I love that.
I love Fantastic Five. I hope they're listening because I want to let you guys know I love you guys. Thank you so much for believing in me. Yes, they're important.
It's important, right? But even outside of the home, because I would talk to them about things that I wouldn't talk to my parents about. I would share and, I wanted them to be proud of me too. And so I really do. I can appreciate that. And I too can second that is very important. So with BBOT, I'm calling BBOT.
Yeah.
What type of, so you talked about, mentorship is definitely one of the things that you all offer to the young ladies, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So how does that look now in this environment with COVID? Like how has COVID-19 impacted you all, or has it not impacted you all?
Well, it has. I have to say it has. Despite the fact that we do try to meet with the girls virtually, do our Zoom meetings and, checking in and calling in individually. However, there's nothing like that one-on-one connection, that face-to-face, where you get to feel the person's energy. Like if they're down, you can kind of really feel their energy. You can kind of feel that they're not doing okay. I'm a face-to-face person. I like to kind of have that interaction with you. I want to touch you. I want to kind of hug you. I'm a hugger. I'm a toucher. And I want to have that one-on-one. So I know that for me, I don't know how the girls feel about it, but for me, I miss that face-to-face contact where I can say, girl, what happened? Like, why you look like that? Like in their face kind of, and, on Zoom, they can turn off their camera. I can't really see that. I just hear them. And, with the girls, I feel like you have to kind of get them on whatever schedule they're on and make sure everybody's available for the Zoom, despite that, you can set a schedule, but they're teenagers, they're teenagers.
Right.
So, when we're in person, we have our set meetings, you come in and we kind of just connect. So I miss the face-to-face.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can, get back to that eventually. But I think it's awesome that, you all are using, the technology that you have to still connect, because, it would be unfortunate for COVID to come and then you guys kind of lose that touch, with the girls. That would be very unfortunate. So what are some of the current needs that you guys have as an organization?
Oh, needs. Yes. I am screaming at the top of my lungs. We are in need of mentors. And people often ask me, what is the qualification for mentors? A mentor is only a person that has a willing heart to help another person. Nothing else. Of course, there are other things, guidelines that we have. We have a mentoring process that you have to go through, background screening. There's different things that you have to go through. But as far as having knowledge, you don't really have to know anything. You just have to be a willing heart to want to help someone, give someone wisdom, kind of guide them if need be. Just wanting to be there for someone else that maybe just need a shoulder to cry on at times. So mentors are very, very important. Important need that is needed right now in the organization, because we're looking at our registration and we're like, oh my God, it's not equivalent to the growth that we have. It's not equivalent to the mentors, how much mentors we have right now. So we're really in need of mentors. We're also in need of, we're looking for BBOT's new home. So our goal by the end of the year, I know with COVID, everybody is, kind of doing things differently, but we're still working. We're looking forward that, whatever our new norm is, it is what it is. But we're looking for BBOT's new home, a new office space. We're also looking for volunteers. Even if you don't want to be a mentor, but you want to volunteer for an event, you want to volunteer maybe for to do maybe like we have things coming up, events coming up. You want to do an event. Maybe you want to just be you want to be a liaison, because we have a BBOT Academy, which is our Entrepreneurship Academy, where we need instructors that's going to help instruct our teenagers about entrepreneurship. Maybe you want to do that. It's virtually. It doesn't have to be in person. I mean, we are in Florida, and one of our top 5 needs is looking for directors, chapter directors. So our goal is to go state to state, and that is what we're working on, to having a BBOT in different states. We're looking for state chapters, directors. So anyone that is interested in being a director in your state, it doesn't have to be, of course, in Florida. Please reach out to us. We're looking for chapter directors.
Wow.
And let me not leave out. My board will kill me. We are looking for more board members.
Yes, I saw that. Yes.
My board will kill me if I do not mention that. We are looking for more board members that would help, of course, come in to bring your spice to the organization, to help us plan and just grow. Because again, another one of our goals is to go internationally. We were so excited. We were talking at our last board meeting that we had a young lady from South Africa that's ready to join the organization this season. So I'm just excited for what God is doing, because it's crazy how you have a vision and you know what you want and you know what God has called you to do. And when you see it come to pass, you're like so surprised. But God said, I gave you this. Like, why are you surprised? I gave you this vision and I knew what was going to happen. I just need you to execute it. And I said, God, I got you. I'm going to do what you called me to do. So that's what I'm here to do. I'm here. And I tell people all the time, if you know Queen J, I say the same thing every single time and it don't change. My goal here in the world, while I'm here on earth, is to save as much lives as I can, to touch lives before I go and see my Father. I want to touch as much lives as I can. So if you're ready to get touched, come on, come call Queen J. I'm going to be a blessing.
I'm so excited. I'm going to talk after this. I love it. So, okay. So all the things that you talked about, can they find more information about it on the website?
Yes. So definitely our website is www.bbotqueens.org. So bbotqueens.org. You can get a lot of the information on the website. If you want to send us an email, you can email us at info@bbotqueens.org. So that's info@bbotqueens.org. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. I mean, we're on most of the platforms. So you just got
to. So you don't have to be in the local area to be a mentor. I imagine to volunteer, you would probably need to be you're in the Miami area, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So to volunteer, you would need to be in the local area, but to be a volunteer, you don't have to be, not a volunteer, to be a mentor, you don't need to be in the local area. What about a board member? Do you need to be in the local area?
No, we don't. Because one of our board members actually is in Vegas. You don't have to be in Florida to be a board member. And even with volunteers, all volunteer events are not in person. So maybe there is an event that we're doing online. We may need your help. And you can volunteer to assist us with some of the background drops. It's just a lot of things that can be done. So I say volunteers are in Florida and out of Florida. Board members in Florida, out of Florida. So you don't have to be in Florida to do anything in the organization.
Perfect. Well, I get definitely, going virtual definitely helps. Kind of
open up our eyes to different things.
Yes, I love it. Well, you kind of answered one of my questions about, I was going to ask, what are some of the things you guys have planned for the later this year, or some things that you're excited about? But you shared that. You shared the going international, the having the different chapters. Is there anything else that you guys are working on, or maybe that's coming up here soon that people could maybe be a part of?
Yes. Well, the next 2 top things I can think of off the top of my head is on the 31st, we're having a pre-orientation for all new mentees for our 9th season of mentorship.
Wow.
So this mentee season, mentorship season that's coming up for the new school year, the orientation is on the 31st at 6 p.m. If you're interested, any mentees, any girls from the age of 5 to 19 that would like to join the organization, we will be holding our pre-orientation on virtually, of course, on the 31st at 6 p.m.
Okay.
And we also have our Thanksgiving drive, because we're really big about giving back. One of our core, values is giving back. It's community. And that's kind of another thing that kind of made me feel a little hindered, because I like to give back. This past Saturday, we had a candy drive. It was one of our board members called a candy line. We had so much candy donated, and we gave it to a foster home, foster shelter that holds foster children. And it was just such a blessing. It feels so good to give back. And Thanksgiving is one of our top events where we give back a lot. We try to give back full meals for Thanksgiving to different families. So that's another thing that we'll be having coming soon, is our Thanksgiving drive, collecting goods and food, of course, to provide to different families in our community.
Okay. How many young girls do you have? How many mentees do you have in your program?
Right now, I don't know. I don't know if maybe one of my teammates are on the line. They can put it on there. To be honest, I really don't know. At the moment, I really don't know. And again, we're having girls sign up like all summer long. So right now, I can't give you an amount of number.
Okay. No, I was just wondering. I mean, I was wondering. I think that even if it was girl, I know it's more than 5, because I think we've had this talk before. It's a decent amount. So I was just interested in what about, for example, people who want to help, they want to be a part of what you're doing, but maybe they want to help you financially. How can they donate money to your organization? Is there a way to do that?
Yes, they can donate to PayPal. We have a PayPal account, which is under this name, Beautiful Beauties. And they can donate Cash App. Some people don't like the Cash App, but if you are a Cash App person, we have a Cash App. You can go on our website also, and there is a donation area there where you can donate. And if that, some people are uncomfortable, maybe want to just mail a check. Some people are old school. You can email us at info at BBOT.Queens, and someone will reply to you and give you all the information where you can mail a check to the organization.
Okay. Awesome. Is there anything else that you would like to share before we jump off?
No, not that I can think of. I am just happy, and I'm grateful for this opportunity, and I just really want to let those that are maybe thinking of being a mentor, don't hesitate. You heard that voice of God. Don't hesitate. It's okay. Go ahead and call us. Go ahead and email us, and we'll be more than welcome to walk you through the process of being a mentor. And if it's a mentee that is watching and you're looking for someone just to be a shoulder, just to be a supporter, just to have someone to talk to besides your parent, we are here. All our mentors are screened. It has a level 2 background. We know that we're connecting you with someone that is safe. We're here to support you. We're here to be here for you. And we just look forward to working with the community and continue giving back and doing what God has called us to do.
Yeah, I think that it's a great. I'm gonna have to admit, I'm interested in possibly mentoring. I was wondering to hear what you were going to say. Only because I think that doing it virtual is an interesting opportunity. And I always struggle with this because I do have, I have kids. I have, so it's trying to balance like all that I have going on. But it's easy, especially right now, to be able to do something virtually. For me to get on a Zoom call with the young lady and have that connection, for her to text. Because sometimes we feel like it always has to be in person. I think that is great for face-to-face. Yes. But if it doesn't start that way, it's okay. And so I think that being able to start maybe virtually is a great way to kind of get into mentorship and mentoring and establishing that relationship. And hopefully you can meet your mentee in person. I wouldn't want to just
you fly so your mentee flying out to you and going to see you. I'm gonna go see my mentee.
I think it's a whole event. So for those that are a little hesitant, or like, oh, I don't know, I give it a shot. I definitely would encourage you all to reach out to them, to talk about the opportunity, what's required, what you need to do, and just jump in. Especially if God has been speaking to you about it, do it.
Yes.
Be obedient.
Yes. Yes.
We all have something to bring to the table, and we all have something to offer another person. I like that you're working with young women, and because I can relate, I can understand. I think that women are just, we're strong, we're special, and it's something special about older women being able to pour into younger women. I think about the Titus 2 woman, and so just being able to mentor other women
Yes.
is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And so if you're interested, I'm going to encourage you to please reach out to Miss J and her team. Don't let this opportunity pass you by without at
Yes.
least inquiring. Asking and having a conversation doesn't mean that you have to be committed. You're just getting more information and then go from there. So, and if it's not that being a part of the board, I'm interested. Can we go back real quick to one thing that you said?
Yes.
It was about the entrepreneurship. What was the name of the program
It's
that
called
you're doing?
BIA. So it's BU Entrepreneurship Academy.
Okay.
So basically what it is where we teach our young girls how to start a business. So right now, actually, as we speak, tonight is I believe week 4 of our entrepreneurship mindset, master mindset session. So we've been doing a 5 weeks entrepreneurship workshop where we're teaching young girls every week different part of businesses that they need to do, how to run a business. At the end of the 5 weeks, we're going to have judges that's going to judge the girls, and whoever, of course, have the best business plan. BBOT will be paying for them to start their business. So fronting whatever cost front they need to start their business, we're going to go ahead and do that. Of course, our attorney Jay, she is amazing, the SG firm. She's going to be the one that's going to do all their legal paperwork. She's going to make sure that they're legal while they're doing their business, and make sure that they have all the documents they need. And we're going to make sure they have, their business card. Just make sure they're ready to go and run that business. And of course, there is a cash prize for the first winner, and the second winner will get everything the first winner get, just not the cash prize. So we're excited about that, and this is something that we're going to not just do during the summer, but we want to do it continuously, quarterly for a new session for each quarter for new girls to come in and be able to get the opportunity to learn about business. And one of the things that I did when I started the organization, I used to say that every girl's going to college. I don't care what y'all doing, y'all going to college. So our goal in the organization, one of our goals is every girl that comes to our organization, you're going to graduate from high school. Okay. We don't know how it will happen. We don't care about your past. We don't care about the D's and the F's. You're going to graduate from high school. We're going to help you get there. If we have to pay tutors, if we have to get you extra help, if we got to sit in front of your front door, you're going to graduate from high school. And I used to say, then you're going to college. And I realized college is not for everyone. So my new saying is that everyone that comes to our organization is going to graduate from high school and have a career path. So if that's going to cosmetology school, if that's going to open up your own business, if that's finding a trade, whatever it is, you have a career path, we're fine with that. But we're going to make sure that you have something after high school. You're not just lingering, not knowing what's going on. You're going to have that career path. So that's kind of why we want to make sure that we have that Entrepreneurship Academy in our program, in our organization. So our girls are about that business. We're going to make you get that business together all the way together. You're not just running a flimsy business, but you got it legalized. You got everything in order. So that's our goal.
I'm so excited. I am. I'm like, where was this when I was growing up? Where was I could have used this. This is awesome. Get behind. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm like, I want to help with this. I have my list. So we'll be talking. I hope that
people organization, some people are not about business. But if they, some of the girls are that's about business, but we have different classes, different things that we have in the organization. They may be, interested in maybe arts, because we're going to start our arts where maybe dancing, drawing, they can get into that group, or maybe they want to do something different. They want to do coding. So we're going to try to make it where we open up that wherever you're interested in, we have a spot for you. You're not just looking around because you're not interested in one of the things that we have.
Yeah, that's good. And I like that you aren't, that you aren't pushing college. Like if they want to go to college, you give them the tools and resources. Okay. I agree.
Not for everybody. I understand that. It's not for everybody.
Yeah. Or even just, I've learned, like, not personally, I feel like I went to college. I went from high school straight to college. And I kind of wish that I would have taken like a year or two, maybe just do like community college. Because sometimes you feel like you got to go straight from high school into a 4-year university, and that's not the case. Like community college is okay, or taking 1 or 2 classes to kind of see if it's really what you want.
Yes.
So I think that that's great. Like you're not pushing it if that's not what they want, or if they want to do a business, do a business. So
Yeah.
I like options.
Yes. We just want to make sure that they know what they're doing after high school. We don't want
Yeah,
you to just hang around your mama house, your daddy house. No. What are you doing after high school? What's your plan, boo?
gotta
You got a
have a
plan?
plan.
Let's get it together right now. Let's figure out what you like to do. Let's make a plan. So
Yes.
we want you to have a plan. We want you to be sufficient and have your own money and be able to be an adult. Because after high school, you're going to have to be an adult.
Absolutely.
So we trying to get them ready.
Do you guys teach any type of like financial literacy classes to the girls, and like money
Yes, that's
management?
part of our plan, which will be mostly part of the entrepreneurship, but of course open to everyone.
Gotcha. Okay. Awesome. Well, I'm excited. I can see some of your team has joined, and I appreciate them. I appreciate y'all kind of putting the information, because I've been able to kind of share it on the screen for people as they watch it. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I love your heart and your energy behind the organization. Like you can really sense, your heart and your passion for it. And so I'm excited. I'm excited to be a part of it in some way. We'll figure that out. But I really hope that other people will also, rally behind this and celebrate what you're doing and just be a part of it as well. So, and just be a part of impacting the lives of the young women that are signing up to be a mentor. I love that it's already international, like South Africa. What?
Yes. Listen, I almost passed out because I knew that this was something I imagined and I already had envisioned. And when we got that message, I was like, "What? Let me go," because she put the name of wherever, I guess, or whatever she's at, and I had to Google. I'm like, "Where is it?" It's like South Africa. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yes.
I was like taken by that.
That is awesome. So
it's like, don't something that you don't really want, because God gonna give it to you.
I know that. You're right. So, and when he knows what you're capable of, and he knows when you're ready. And he'll give you all the things you need to make it happen. It's a trust thing and walking in faith. So I think I love it. So thank you so much for taking time out of your day, out of your schedule, to come and talk about Beautiful Beauties of Tomorrow. It doesn't sound redundant to me. I think it just makes sense. But thank you so much. And I look forward to connecting, and please reach out to their team, go to the website and just get information and plug into what they're doing, and to be a part of what they're doing, not just in Florida, which is the beautiful thing. They're trying to make an impact all over the world. So be a part of that and touching the lives of beautiful women. So thank you again, Queen J. And
thank you for this opportunity.
No problem. And we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye.